Hi guys. Today in social studies, we're learning about positive and negative incentives. So, positive and negative incentives are economic incentives. Economic incentives are offered to encourage people to make certain choices or behave in a certain way. They usually involve money, but they can also involve goods and services. So, just to refresh you on what goods and services are, goods are food, clothing, cars, houses, roads, electronics, and any other product that can be bought or sold. So, how businesses use goods to as an incentive for you to buy things from them is they give you a free toy when you buy their food, or maybe when you buy a new cell phone you get a free tablet, or if you get a free app but you have to buy things in the app. Services can also be used as an incentive, and services are things that people do for others in exchange for money. So, services that you might get a free haircut. For every 10 haircuts you get a free haircut. That's a service. Or an organization might say, if you buy something from us, then we'll give you a free car wash. And so that's how they would use a service as an incentive to get you to buy something from them. So, positive economic incentives leave you better off if you do what was asked of you. These incentives benefit you in some way. They reward you with money or some sort of financial gain, such as a better price, a free item, or an upgraded item. Coupons, sales, freebies, discounts, and rewards can be positive economic incentives. They are called positive because they are associated with things many people would like to get. So, you are positively influenced when you have like a 50% off sale, or you get a free coupon code, or just money because everyone likes money. So you're more likely to do things if you think you're going to get a positive incentive. Negative incentives leave you worse off financially by making you pay money. These incentives cost you money. Fines, fees, and tickets can be negative economic incentives. They're called negative because they are things you don't want to get. So, like a past due fine, you have to pay money. Or if you're speeding, you have to pay a fine, a ticket. Or if you have your library book and you don't turn it in on time, you have to pay an overdue fine. So these incentives help you remember to turn things in when you're supposed to, or follow the law and do what you're supposed to do so that you don't have to pay money. Economic incentives use money to encourage you, persuade you, convince you, bribe you, punish you, reward you, penalize you, and influence you in many ways. But you will only get the economic incentive if you make the required choice or behave in the way that you're asked. You might be influenced by the incentive, but you still must make the choice. Like if your mom says, I'll give you $1 if you take the trash outside. You have to make the choice to get to take the trash outside, or you don't get $1. Or if you have library books and your library charges fines for every day that your library books are late, you have the choice to turn your library books in on time, and the library will not charge you a fine if you choose to turn your library books in on time. If you choose to keep them for too long, then the library will charge you a fine. So you have a choice in the process. Businesses often use economic incentives to encourage people to come and do business with them. So, offering incentives is one way to get customers to choose to come and spend money at a business. That's why they offer you these incentives, is because they want you to come and do your business there, and they want you to give them your money. So restaurants use coupons. They use buy one, get one, like buy one pizza, get one free. They have kids eat free nights to get your family to come in and spend your money there. At McDonald's, they give you a free toy, and at other restaurants, you get a free toy with your meal, so to encourage you to buy their food. These are positive incentives. Stores also offer coupons, sales, discounts, buy one get one free things, and other incentives to get customers to choose their store to spend their money. And if you fly on an airplane, airlines give frequent flyer miles as incentives for people to choose to fly with them. Government agencies also use economic incentives, but they usually do it to encourage certain behaviors in people. So the reason why they do it is to encourage you to do something or to not do something. So offering incentives is one way the government tries to get people to behave responsibly. Public libraries use fines to discourage people from keeping the books too long. Fines encourage people to choose to turn books in on time. Park rangers and park police officers use littering fines as a way to keep people from littering. Fines help people choose not to litter, and this keeps the parks clean. Police officers use speeding tickets and parking tickets as incentives to keep people safe. Speeding tickets discourage people from choosing to speed and encourage them to drive safely. Parking tickets help keep parking spaces open for the handicapped and fire hydrants clear of unwanted cars. Parking tickets encourage people to choose only legal parking spaces. Police officers give out tickets if babies are not riding in car seats or if people are not wearing their seatbelts. These negative incentives discourage people from choosing unsafe behaviors. Okay, so let's do an activity to practice what we've learned so far. So remember, there are positive incentives and there are negative incentives. Positive incentives are things that you like and that most people want. Negative incentives are things that most people do not like and do not want. But both types of incentives encourage you to do something or to buy something or to exhibit a certain behavior. Okay, so in this over here, it says economic incentive, late fee for returning videos. Who offers this incentive? Well, a video store would be the one who would charge you the late fee. Is it positive or negative? A late fee is negative because most people do not like to pay money, to pay fees. Okay, why does the video store do this? What is the purpose of the incentive? It's to prevent people from keeping the videos for too long. They want you to return the videos so that someone else can check the video out that wants to watch the video. And would this incentive influence your behavior and why? I think yes, it would influence my behavior because I don't want to pay extra money for the video that I rented. Okay, so let's look at the next one. $25 speeding ticket for driving too fast. Okay, think about who would offer this incentive. Who is going to give you a speeding ticket? Is it positive or negative? What is the purpose of a speeding ticket? And would this influence your behavior? Would you want a speeding ticket? Okay, think about your answers. The police are the ones who give you a speeding ticket. If you answered police, you're correct. And it is a negative incentive because most people do not like speeding tickets. The purpose of speeding tickets is to encourage safe driving and to discourage speeding. And you'll have to think, this is up to you. Would it influence your behavior? That depends on if you would like a speeding ticket or not. Most people do not like speeding tickets, so it does influence their behavior. Okay, let's look at the next one. A $50 reward for finding a lost dog. Who would offer this incentive? Who would give you the reward? Is this positive or negative? And why? Why are they going to give you a reward? And would this influence your behavior? Would you want the reward? If you answered a family or a person, you're correct. It is a positive incentive because most people like getting $50. And the reason they're giving the incentive is to encourage someone to help look for and return the dog. And I think, yes, that would influence my behavior. Okay, let's look at the next one. A buy one, get one free deal. Who would offer this incentive? Is it positive or negative? What is the purpose of a buy one, get one free deal? And would this influence your behavior? If you said a restaurant or a store, you're correct. This is a positive incentive because most people like getting something for free. And the reason they offer a buy one, get one free deal is to encourage customers to shop at their store. Would this influence your behavior? That depends. Maybe if you like the store or if you don't like the store, or if you were planning on spending money or not planning on spending money, it might influence certain people, but not everybody. I'd say me, probably. Okay, let's look at the next one. A $15 littering fine at the park. Who is going to charge you a littering fine? Is it positive or negative? Why? Why are you going to get charged a littering fine? What's the purpose? And would this influence your behavior? If you said the park police or the police would charge you the fine, you're correct. It is a negative incentive because most people do not like having to pay a fine. And the purpose of the fine is to discourage people from littering. And I think it would influence me. I would not like to pay a fine. Okay, let's look at the next one. A $100 fine for parking in front of a fire hydrant. Who would charge you the fine? Who offers this incentive? Is it positive or negative? Why are they going to charge you a $100 fine for parking in front of a fire hydrant? And would it influence your behavior? If you said a police officer or a meter maid, you're correct. Or maybe you said a firefighter. Also, I think that would be correct. It is a negative incentive because most people do not like to have to pay a $100 fine. And the reason that they offer this incentive is to prevent a fire hazard and to encourage public safety and to discourage illegal parking. So to make the city safer for everybody. And yes, I think that would influence my behavior because I do not want to pay a $100 fine. Okay, let's look at this one. A free toy with a kid's meal. Who offers this incentive? Is it positive or negative? Why? Why do they offer this incentive of a free toy with a kid's meal? And would it influence your behavior? If you said a fast food restaurant like McDonald's or Wendy's, you're correct. It is a positive incentive because people like getting toys. And the reason they do it is to encourage kids to ask parents to dine there and to bring in customers because they know that kids are going to want a free toy with their food. Would this influence my behavior? For myself, probably not as much because I don't play with toys very much, but I know that my son would be very influenced by this incentive. Let's look at the next one. A $1,000 rebate on a new car. Who would offer this incentive? Is it positive or negative? Why? What's the purpose of offering a $1,000 rebate on a new car? And would this influence your behavior? A car dealer is correct. A car dealer is someone who sells cars, is who's going to give you the $1,000 rebate. A rebate is like a return. They're going to return that money to you. It is a positive incentive because most people like getting $1,000 returned to them. And the reason they do it is to encourage people to buy cars. And I would probably be influenced by this incentive because I like getting $1,000. Okay, next. $30 fine for using fireworks at a park. Who is going to offer this incentive? Is it positive or negative? Why are they going to charge you $30 for using fireworks at a park? Oops. And would this influence your behavior? And if you said police or park police, you're correct. This is a negative incentive because most people don't like paying $30. And the reason that they do this is to encourage public safety and to discourage dangerous fireworks in the park and dangerous behavior. And I'd say this would influence my behavior because I don't like paying fines. Okay, let's look at the last one. Free umbrella if you open a bank account. Who is going to offer this incentive? Is it positive or negative? Why are they going to give you a free umbrella if you open a bank account? And would this incentive influence your behavior? Okay. If you said the bank, you were right. The bank is who's going to give you a free umbrella if you open a bank account. It is a positive incentive because most people like free things and umbrellas. And the reason they do it is to bring in new customers. They want you to